For years, Steve has been speaking publicly about domestic violence, sexual violence, violence issues that are affecting seniors. There's a lot of good work to do in Maine around domestic violence. We unfortunately have a very high homicide rate that is related to domestic violence, and there are countless other people who experience it who do not get counted in statistics. This is an issue he cares deeply about, that he wants to make sure that the health, the safety, and the welfare of every person in Maine is protected. Steve is there for victims of abuse. In his work as Attorney General, he has taken on countless initiatives, sometimes with other state leaders, often on his own. He is a champion for this issue, and as governor, he will be there for victims of violence. He is not looking for flash-in-the-pan solutions. He approaches things long-term. He sees that if you provide support to the individual, to the family unit, you are going to have a stronger economy. You're going to have a more productive state. So Steve sees that connectivity, I think, far beyond what I've seen in other politicians. The fact that Steve cares so much about victims of violence and every person in Maine who is experiencing it, whether they're experiencing it directly or whether they know someone who has experienced it, says huge amounts about what his political goals are, how he does his work. He's a man of great passion, and he believes that it is a role of state government to look out for the most vulnerable. As a woman who's lived in Maine her whole life, this is the first time I've ever committed any time to a political campaign, and that is because for the first time, when I look at Steve Rowe, and I've worked with him in recent years, I see someone who reflects the things that I feel most passionate about. Women can look at Steve and can look at his record, can work with him in the future, and know that he will be there to support our interests.